Welcome back, guys, to my channel, to episode 3 of being the pastor's girlfriend. Well, thank you for all those that viewed and commented and subscribed. Welcome to Shira's channel. Okay, I think last week I left from last week's episode or video. I left out, in fact I did not leave out net, I just brushed it off. Well, when he came from Durban, he came to Cape Town. It was not under the normal circumstances. It was not like he was not just changed like everybody else. So what happened, he threatened to leave if he is not changed. He doesn't come to Cape Town close to me. So what happened is that I think what he did, he spoke with his regional about wanting to come to Cape Town. And I think Zangabamoy, you know? And what? I need to be in he's hot-headed. So what he did was he packed his things, packed his bags, and why is it saves at 3 o'clock? And he sent a message to his pastor, we are after service, is going home. There was no need. But anyways, that worked, because after that it was like a ticket eventually, because after that I think the ticket, like the ticket was here, and he got him as a Cape Town. Okay, that was nice. That was like, oh wow, he's gonna come to Cape Town. And then I'm at work. And he knows, but because he knows by now I was gonna be like really now. So I'm at work, and I'm receiving a telegram message from the wife that was in my church that time. And I'm joining a message, just a picture, unfully picture. And the wife is sending me the picture of him, about like the umfundisi from my church went to get him from the airport. Okay, I'm like, okay, wow, he's in Cape Town. It's gonna be nice. I hope so. Like local is lekker. And okay, fine. Then he texted me, and I was like, okay, obviously, like he's not gonna be in my church. He's gonna have his own church, but as long as he's around in Cape Town. So what happens is that when I get to my church, I in my church. Like I'm like, oh, okay, wamba nini? Because okay, it's fine. He can be around in Cape Town, but not in my church. It's too close. Like it's too close. Like I wamba nini, like he's here to stay. I'm like, okay. Anyways, that was still like a good thing. It was nice. And then he worked in my church, and I went to the church. Like was like, I have to go. There's no way, but I did like there's a family emergency that I need to take it. Like now, I think I left at work at 2:30, because then I need transportable. Okay, I say it's like being in 5, but I need like transport. Down 2:30. I went, then and then I went to the church. Then when I get to the church, look who's here. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. Getting to today's episode. So it must have been when I was leaving Cape Town to my house in the gig and while I was giggling, I'm like, "Ay man." Anyways, I don't know why I was crying. I don't know, because at the back of my mind I was like, I saw something this man. Like I know the person that I'm with, like no one is gonna rest. Like no one is gonna rest. I knew, but if it meant for him to go to Johannesburg and speak to Umkulu himself, he was gonna do that. So I wasn't. And again, because I knew, but eventually we'll get back together. Like we'll get back together. Okay, cool. Things happen. So I knew bana this person, he will turn the aggregator upside down if, yeah, but like I knew bana I'm safe, I'm with someone who's going to fight for what he believes in. Yeah. Okay, cool. Happened is that, okay, so I need to sit again, but we would call each other like he'll be like, I won't sissy, I'm not a boyfriend anymore. Like it was funny, we would joke about it. Yeah, we would joke about it. Now I find it, don't call me not your girlfriend, Baba. I'm not a girlfriend. So I think that was on a Thursday, then Friday, Saturday. So we're still calling each other, trying to adapt on the new norm of like we're not dating. So Sunday, so what happens Sunday, our normal Sunday is that he wakes up, I wake up, he wakes up, I wake up, then then he calls or he texts, man, okay, he's preparing or he's leaving, he's traveling to the church that he was working in. I'm that Sunday, nothing, no text, no call, nothing. I'm like sesikla, like is it? And I go, like this doesn't make sense. And I think when I went to the church anyways, then as I'm textela, but he did not reply to my text. I'm like, okay, no, and I don't want to be as if I'm out of the spirit. Let me leave the guy. Hey, cool. I man, me like late, like he me like Sunday. Man, this is not right. And I think parang about past 10 like episode. Then episode, so he calls me. I'm like, about past 10. Like, where were you the whole day? He calls me, but I'm on my way to Cape Town. Like, you're on my way to Cape Town? What are we talking about? And I won't be able to talk for a very long time. What time I Cape Town, like with all my belongings. I'm like, but we couldn't talk for like a long time. So Nyange, because I think he was almost in Cape Town that time, like inside the cathedral. So okay, then I'm expecting him. Okay, I'm gonna get back to you. Like he's gonna get back to me after everything. But no, man, my heart, my mind is not addressed. Then I think like after the tropical, I called the assistant that was driving him because I knew the guy. Then I called him, bruh, like what is happening? What's the Alan? Then he's like, no man, things are not looking good, but he's gonna call you to explain. Like, what is not looking good? What happened? Actually, I can't say anything because now I don't have much info, but he's gonna get back to you. And I'm starting to panic. Like nobody's telling me what is happening, but everyone keeps on saying, "Bana, yeah." Then I'm starting to panic and walk. Okay, fine. Singathethe the whole like Sunday, the whole night. No, akafumaneke phone. Then I think after everything about 11, I'm trying to call him, but the phone goes straight to voicemail. Okay, cool. Comes Monday, the big day. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it was Monday. Then he calls me saying, "Bana, I'm going home." Like he's laughing. I'm like, "Bruh, what are you talking about? What do you mean you're going home? Like, what happened?" Then he started explaining, "Bana, what happened?" Then I'm like, okay. Then there's no, like, from what you're telling me, there's no need of you going home. I don't know, okay, they already bought the ticket. What time and go to? I already packed my stuff. I literally thought, "Bana, this guy is joking. Like, he's really, really joking." Yeah, well. And then, I don't believe him. I'm like, no, yeah, that's not happening. I am not. I think the thing is, he's busy laughing, and in Kolelo, yabo, and he's like, "No, I'm with Pastor so and so. He can confirm." Nyange, I think Pastor so and so confirms. And I'm like, what? Like, never seen about dome. Okay, but there was no time of me being dome and yabo. Then because I had to quickly run to the bank and do Kupai savings and give him the money that I was going to use for in the medical tests. So I had to quickly run and do Kupa Mali and give him so that, yeah, okay, cool. Then I'm like, the dome, like you know, being literally dome, like I don't know what is happening, but everything is happening so very fast at the moment, and has and no one is calling me to tell me what is happening. Okay, and husband I see Kati were like a week ago, but it's so sudden. It's very, very, very sudden. And no one is telling me about when Zakandon. Again, like he goes home. He goes home. So basically, like everyone is calling me to check. Abanye, they're checking. How are you? How are you holding up? Abanye, like what happened? And I feel as if I can't be explaining to people what happened, because from like I don't understand what happened. Like, okay, I understand what happened, but I don't see a reason of okay, cool. But there was this one pastor who was his friend. He literally called me every day to check how I am, like njani, yabo, am I okay, like literally, and I will forever be grateful for him. He called me to check bana njani, and sometimes quick conversation he will say, so guys, people will call you to ask, like it was nice. It was nice because he support from him, support from his friends, support from his family, from my friends. So everything, as much as it wasn't easy, but it was like the burden was lighter because everyone was there, yeah. But I think it was like, I think Galaveki for the whole week, like literally for the whole week, I did not wear my uniform. I did not serve because I did not wear my uniform. I couldn't even like literally pray because I was so hurt. Like my heart was, it was crushed, like very crushed, be crushed garlic. Like I couldn't. But I think I would really say thank you to the auxiliary pastor that was in my church that time. He was literally used by God, even though he didn't know, like literally, because I'm here today, still attending the same church because of those services that he would make every Tuesday. Do you understand? And yeah, and the support from my family, from my friends, from him, and from his family. So yeah, and we still continued to date. We continued to date, and then I think the problem started when he started to pressure me to go to my pastor and do okay, we continuing nothandana, but he pressured me, and at that time I felt everything is happening at the same time. Like like everything must settle, everything must be normal, okay, blow all this thing, oh shame man, he dated for this person for 5 years and now she did not get married. So I felt okay, everything the settle, like the dust must settle. Then from there I will go to Mfundisi and speak to him. We understood each other, we got each other. But the guy was like, go. Every time I said no, this all yeah, it felt as if we and DT and this all yeah. Then but eventually I went, and okay, everything went well. The matter was taken to the provincial pastor, and the provincial pastor was like, okay, there's no problem, they can continue to date, I can continue to serve, like we can continue to date and I can continue to serve, no problem. Okay, then everything was back to normal, I would say. So we continued with our dating.